the criminal justice system,
YouTube-based
offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the
YouTube
Victims Unit. These are their stories.
To clear up any confusion about which channels we are talking about today, we first have to define what Reddit channels are before we investigate them in depth. To be a Reddit channel, you have to check off these guidelines. Every single video you put on these channels are about Reddit posts. Typically, these channels choose the subreddit Ask Reddit, but sometimes these channels may branch out and cover subreddits like Ask Science or Explain Like I'm 5. Some channels might be really risky as well, and have some videos about stories from Today I Messed Up or Am I the Asshole. The second is that these videos are not actually narrated. This is what separates these channels from, for example, a horror-themed YouTube channel personally reading off a post from a scary stories subreddit, or a comedy-centric channel like Soot House, taking the content given from comedy-based subreddits and making jokes based upon them. The latter option of the channel is to use their voices to add a bit of tension to the story or elevate the comedy. They provide input from the channel owners themselves. The Reddit channels typically take the post title and the top upvoted comments and feed them through a text-to-speech app as a narration. The narration is almost always given in a male tone with a British accent for some reason.
Subscribe to Penguins, please. I need to buy groceries.
That's it. Those are the only two defining characteristics of what makes a Reddit channel, and the topic of this video. It's pretty apparent where I'm going with this, because a big issue of these channels lies within the general description of these channels themselves. They don't make their own content. Not only do they not make their own content, but they don't give any input at all into the content presented. Other channels at the bare minimum may offer a voiceover, but these even don't, and there is literally no input on the content from the channel holder themselves. They can very easily just go to r/AskReddit, sort by top posts from the past week, month, year, whatever, sort the comments by best, screenshot, copy and paste in the text-to-speech, download as MP3, and arrange it all in order, and then you have an Ask Reddit video with very little effort and a very large potential for views. More often than not, these channels don't actually even link the Reddit threads in the description, so if any viewer wants to read more responses to a particularly interesting topic, they aren't even directed to it from the video themselves. This way of making videos is so oversaturated due to the ease of access that if you watch one video or have the poor misfortune on clicking on the wrong thing, your YouTube recommended feed is flooded by these videos, all with the same topic, and not one difference between the other. Look at how many channels there are. Look at how many subscribers they have. Are they all different subscribers? Are they all the same? Why would someone sub to more than like 3 when they all just take the top post of Ask Reddit and make a video out of the same post? It makes no sense. I feel like I'm in YouTube limbo here. The thumbnails of these videos also follow a very simple formula. Put the title of the Ask Reddit thread on the left, and some image that relates to the post no matter how loosely it relates. Some of them may even be ethically questionable in terms of what applies to the video. One sticks out in my mind of a thread about what immediately got somebody fired, and the thumbnail was like a rainbow ice cream cone, bringing the viewer to imagine that homosexuality was the reason someone got fired. Most likely that was in the thread, but baiting LGBT rights into a video about a Reddit thread read through a text-to-speech app feels a little wrong to me. A whole bunch of them use cartoon characters like The Simpsons because these characters make it easy to display a simple emotion. And a decent size of these videos also resort to the very old YouTube tactic called boobs in the thumbnail, where they gain a lot of views just from having a sexually suggestive image in the thumbnail of the video. The videos themselves may be generally interesting, but it isn't really a virtue of the channels. It's because the content they're making has already been decided on by a huge voting board to be interesting, and they have just picked from the top. There's nothing inherently exceptional about these videos. It's just a more passive way of achieving and viewing what is simply a couple clicks away, with even more content than the videos themselves. While all that stated above is true, the question wasn't really answered. What's problematic about these channels? I mean, there are lots of videos on YouTube that aren't original content. Compilation videos have been around forever, sports clips, You have Vine compilations, now TikTok compilations, and so many more things that are akin to this as well, all of which have absolutely no input from the person who makes the videos. So why exactly target Reddit videos? Not much is lost due to the Reddit channels. No YouTube creator is losing views from it. The only real loser is Reddit the website having their ad rates lessened a little bit from the existence of these videos, and even then, that doesn't really matter all that much. These commenters get credited in these videos, and nobody really responds to an Ask Reddit thread seeking fame or notoriety. In fact, the entire idea of Reddit is fake internet points, leading to an entire culture of posting just to have interesting, engaging responses or posts. And it's not like you're stealing from them either. These channels aren't truly doing anything egregiously wrong. Sure, they aren't perfect, but no channel truly is. And sure, the content is low effort, but so is many things on the internet. There's nothing truly wrong with it. It is the part of the video where I feel like I have to give a definitive answer, and the tough part is, I don't really have one. I know that there are some lines that I'm able to draw for these channels, which I'll get into shortly, but in the long run it's hard to generally point at all these videos and channels and say they're all bad, when they are simply providing content that's on a different website onto a new one. They aren't pretending that this is all new content, they don't pretend like they don't just rip all the posts and responses from Ask Reddit, and while they could very simply link the post down in the description for ease of access, it really isn't the worst thing in the world. The line these channels cross to me is when it comes to monetization. Now there isn't technically anything wrong with monetizing this content, but it does leave a bad taste in my mouth. If I'm not entirely fed up with hearing the robotic English accent for 20 minutes in a row, and I know I can see this content elsewhere, and I click on a video and I'm greeted with the lovely, when it comes to trimming your balls, or the horrible mobile game ads that are just insanely stupid, I click off. The content isn't even really worth the 5 seconds wait, to be honest. The sports and TikTok videos comparison, while somewhat correct, is also a little bit different than this to me. Sports clips require a general knowledge of sports history, and you have to search out the content, not have it be fed to you on a platform by votes already. And if you're trying to run ads on sports videos, good luck winning that copyright claim. TikTok videos have literal ads in the videos most of the time, but at least you can skip through it, and the advertiser fully knows that they're putting their content on a channel that is just a mirrored image of another app. Also, you don't need to download possible spyware to access Ask Reddit. And what's worse than any ads on the video is if you just click on one video and watch it, your recommendation and home screen is just flooded with these Reddit videos. I mean, like a third to a half of the videos on YouTube just feel like they're shitty copy and paste channels now. And I'm not sold that they're not run by the same person. That's my tinfoil hat conspiracy here, that they're all run by just a few people. In total, watching these channels isn't a bad thing, because it is interesting, or it wouldn't be on the top of Ask Reddit for these channels to wear out their control keys to. But that's just my opinion. What's yours? Leave it down in the comment section below. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the topic. What thoughts do you have? All my socials are down below. I have a new video idea I'm working on soon, so you guys are going to get more content. Subscribe if you want to check it out. Check out any of my other videos. They're probably showing on the screen around right now. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.